better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 Studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, or you can go to WGPL 1350 AM or 1400 AM and click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Could you, would you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
And Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. We want to also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, follow, subscribe, and comment. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, follow, and subscribe.
Do all that.
And comment.
And we'll shout you out later on in the show.
You out.
All right, Mr. E, what day is it?
Today is Hump Day. That's
all
what
right, Mr. E,
is.
that was a good hump day. We want to thank you all for joining us today. It's our Wednesday segment, What's Under the Hat Issues Concerning Men. But I tell you what, we have very special guests in the studio. So excited because whether they know it or not, they are the first ones back in the studio since the pandemic. And so we want to say good morning. It's a team. It's a bunch of them. And we're waiting on one, but we have Trayvon Cuffey. He's with Sanitizing Company, professional cleaning service for commercial and residential properties. He's also a notary. We have Eddie Harris that's going to be coming in. He's ER Plumbing and Home Improvement and other wonderful businesses. And John Davis is here. I tell you what, he's part of the family because Mr. E knows him really well. He has Jazz Cuts. Is it J Cuts? VIP Barber Service. We want to say good morning, young man.
Good morning.
How y'all doing? I mean, I'm telling you, this is a thrill for us because we have not had guests into the studio. You all are one of the first. And we just thank you all for coming. You know, you all have this special event, special occasion. But before we do all that, tell us a little bit about yourself, Trayvon.
You can just...
Yes. So I want to say good morning to everybody. First off, it's a beautiful, blessed Wednesday. I'm happy to be on this radio station. A little about myself. I'm Trayvon Cuffey. I'm from the beautiful city of Norfolk in Chesapeake. I'm 37 years old. The president and founder of Connect to Excel. This is the reason why we're here to talk about that. It's a nonprofit for men and young men in the Hampton Roads area. And I'm the owner of Cuffey Sanitizing Company. It's a professional cleaning company as well. And I have 3 beautiful kids.
Oh.
And that's it. I'm just glad to be here.
I didn't know you had children, girls, boys and girls. What do you have, Trayvon?
I have 2 beautiful daughters and 1 son. Destiny, Devin, and TJ.
Oh, we're going to shout them out this morning then. Let's also talk to Mr. John Davis, JZ Cuts. He's a VIP barber service. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Good morning. It's John Davis from Jay's Cuts. A little about myself. To make it plain, I'm a barber. Used to pastor. little while. Worked various jobs, but this great one here, working with C2E and working with the men and of Hampton Roads. We're just trying to do it big for the guys that are here that need help, need a push, need to talk to. Here to help. That's basically what my job is. I'm an encourager, and I hope to encourage you.
You know, I was really excited just a second ago when you all said this is for Connect to Excel is actually for men
Yes.
and boys.
Yes.
You know, Mr. E has this thing about, you know, ladies, we always have everything. We have all the programs, we have all the support in the world. But when you say you have something for young men and men in general and young boys, it is actually thrilling. Tell us the mission of Connect to Excel.
So the mission of Connect to Excel is, first off, I always tell people, let's come together to connect to Excel. So the more people, men and young men, we get together to connect, we can do major stuff in this community. You know, we talk about finances, relationships, mental health, even health. You know,
Yes.
we got to come together as men, talk about it instead of holding in. What's on your mind, my brother? Come here. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yes.
How your day going? Simple stuff like that can make or break a man, you know, because a lot of times we don't hear that good stuff and good positive. So we coming together because we got all different type of generations that connect to ourselves. Me, I'm in my 30s, the other partners, they're in their 40s. So guess what? We got different viewpoints. So if they can't understand a guy who's 18, 21, maybe I can. A guy that's in his 40s, okay, we got somebody in their 40s, we got somebody in their 50s that they can communicate with and feel comfortable with coming together and talking about it. You know, the ego and pride, put it to the side, let's talk about it. How can we uplift you to be better today?
Absolutely. Tell me how you all connected.
We connected, first of all, we're cousins. So
I didn't know that. Okay.
And so we call my barbershop the place of talk. So my cousin's always been trying to get me to get on social media. He's always trying to get me to broadcast myself, to be out there. So the barbershop is where we come up with a whole lot of ideas and things. And, you know, just like the regular barbershop, most people just talk. Anyway, they want to hear about the latest sports. They want to hear about the latest fashions, what's happening in the community, what's going on in Hampton Roads. So basically, we just sat there during a haircut session, and my cousin was like, well, let's just start something for the men because they need to feel this vibe you got in this barbershop. He says the barbershop feels different in here than it does in the normal barbershop. It's really quiet and you get to kind of think. So we were sitting there brainstorming and we couldn't really come up with a name, but we came up with a concept. And the concept was basically getting men together to empower them to do better things. Because I don't know about you all, but I'm tired of men getting the bad end of the stick, you know, and not being able to express yourself. And, you know, I grew up in an era where they said men ain't supposed to cry. Well, I tell you, that's a lie. Because if I got to cry, I'm going to cry. So how about that? So,
absolutely.
So yeah, we just wanted to come and kind of be a shoulder. We wanted to be an anchor. We wanted to be a kickstand. We want to be whatever we can to help men out. And we're not about, you know, the rah-rah. We're about communication and building up. And if you want to build up, or you know, guys come from out of jail, don't know where to go. Wow. You know, we're there to help you. You know, you need somebody, like say you went to jail and you worked on sinks or you worked on plumbing, and you trying to get out here in the community and they won't hire you because you're a felon. Well, guess what? One of our persons are here right now that know that business. So he might be able to employ you. So we're always trying to make connections with people so that we can do better and help someone out, not for clout, but for your growth.
Absolutely. Let's introduce another partner, Eddie Harrison with ER Plumbing and Home Improvement. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing good. Eddie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, my name is Eddie Harrison. I'm a native, Norfolk native, right here in Norfolk, Virginia. I grew up in a few places, but Roberts Park, where I grew up at, tore down now. I grew up out Norview also too, both places. I am one of the members of Connect to Excel.
Yes.
I am an owner of ER Plumbing and Home Improvement. I am also the owner of Fly Girl Boutique and Fly Girl Boutique Headquarters.
Amazing. I'm impressed. All you all are businessmen and have come together for a wonderful mission and purpose. I wish I was a fly on the wall in the barber shop. You know, this segment is called What's Under the Hat. And, you know, some interesting things I'm sure are talked about. What was so dramatic about the conversations you all have in the barbershop that said, okay, wait a minute now, let's go ahead and get together? I mean, were they issues concerning men, or were they just general conversations about business and things like that?
I think it was just like a general conversation. You know, like I said, when you come in the barbershop, you hear various things. So the thing I like about the barbershop in public is that you do hear about a lot of things. However, being one-on-one with your barber, you hear what's on the mind of your client.
Yes.
So that's what made it different, is that you getting to talk to this person one-on-one. It's not a therapy session, but it's a therapy session.
Okay.
So if a person came in, I greeted them at the door and I see that they're heated, they're upset, I can change that by the time they leave. And that's what makes the difference. We kept getting, you know, I kept telling my cousin about certain things. We keep getting certain things, and he saw the need.
Wow.
He really saw the need. And when he got to his house and started dwelling on it, he gave me an exciting call. And then after we got this thing together and had our first anniversary, Eddie jumped on, and his mind was like-minded.
Wow.
And you just can't ignore like-minded brothers with positive outbursts. You know, and in other words, we wanted to do better.
Oh, I like that.
You know, we just wanted to do better, and we were trying to regurgitate it the right way.
Yes.
And now, look what we got, C2E.
Now the name, who coined the name?
So I can say this at the barbershop once again, and I was telling my cousin John Davis, you know, at Jay's Cuts, man, we need to come up with a name, and he kept throwing me names. I'm throwing names back at him, and it just made sense. Connect, the number 2 at sale, because we connected to at sale. I'm like, man, that's dope right there. So you know, you'd be surprised what goes on in a barbershop.
Wow.
You know, we got it together. We got the shirt right there. You know, the logo.
Very nice.
You know, it's very clean, simple, straight to the point. Ain't hard to say. You know, yeah.
And it has great meaning. I'm telling you, it's really, really fitting for what you all are doing. Let's talk about some things that Connect to Excel is doing. Especially, there's an event coming up. Let's talk about that. It's for the community. Give us details.
Well, August 27th, Saturday, Lakewood Park, Community Day in the city. Basically trying to bring the community together. Also look out for these kids with school supplies. Just want everybody to come out, the parents, the kids. I know it's been a long summer. I know everybody been taking care of bills and trying to get school clothes for these kids and school supplies and everything. So it was only right for us as Connect to Excel to come together, to bring the community together, to give back to the community and also bring the community together with, you know what I'm saying? That's everybody coming together in unity and love.
Absolutely.
That's enjoying themselves, winding down a little bit, and that's how we'll give them back.
I tell you what, it's great that you all have the community in mind. Now, you all have some special features, special folk that's going to be out there. Tell us a little bit about some of your guests and what young people can expect when they come out.
Oh yeah, we definitely we have Joe Smith coming out, one of the Norfolk natives, number 1 draft pick, 1995, number 1 draft pick.
Yes.
Coming out.
Wow.
Yes, more. Definitely coming out, and he's going to be able to speak with the kids and mix and mingle with the community, with the parents, be able to talk with them, and we also having a basketball game too, out there. So that's for entertainment and.
I like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Kids gonna love that.
Yeah,
food.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna.
Oh yeah. We got plenty of food.
Yes.
We have plenty of food for everybody. So everything is free to everybody. Everybody come out and enjoy yourself. It's gonna be plenty of food for the kids. We got the bounce houses. We got cotton candy machine, popcorn machine, snow cone machine. We got a little bit of everything going on. We got even a few dance teams coming out for entertainment.
Wow.
So it's gonna be a nice and it's gonna be an exciting time.
Okay, I want to know who can participate. Then I want to know the when, the where, and what time.
Yes, August 27th, Saturday, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. And so everybody's come out and enjoy themselves. It's going to be all Lakewood Park also. So.
Lakewood Park, yeah. And also who can participate? Anybody? Kids?
Anybody.
Oh, really?
Kids,
do you have to register
parents,
anything?
You don't have to register. Just come on out and enjoy yourself.
Oh, that is marvelous. Tell us a little bit about the needs of your organization, because you all are fairly young. Not, what I'm saying, the organization is. What things can the community do to support you all?
Basically, I mean, this coming out period would be a blessing. That's for everybody to come out. But if you want to help out, you can come out and be a volunteer to help out with the event itself.
Good.
Or if you want to sponsor, you also can get in touch with me.
Okay.
Eddie Harrison. You can get in touch with Trayvon Cuffey. We can get in touch with John Davis also to be able to donate to this cause.
Absolutely. Tell us who's supporting you, who you all want to shout out.
I want to shout out 757 Legends, the Soul Group. Yeah, and shout out Vano. If you don't know, the Vano, it's a local company in Norfolk, clothing company called Vano, spelled V-A-N-O. He's definitely part of this too. He's one of the people that's bringing Joe Smith out here.
Oh,
and
wow.
He's one of the dope and top sponsors out here too. Fly Girl Boutique, Tanita Britton Enterprises. We got other Black-owned companies out here in Norfolk that support us as well too. I don't want to say everybody, I don't want to leave nobody name out. So you know how that go. You get that text, like, hey man, you say my name. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been donating pencils, papers, book bags, money, just the uplifting support, encouragement inboxes we needed. That's support too. So don't think buying stuff is money. I'm telling you, just saying, hey, keep up the good work. We see you. That's support too. So don't forget that, because everybody don't have the money or the time to do it, but you just calling somebody saying, hey, keep up the good work. That's dope support.
Absolutely.
The best way to reach us right now, if you want to get a drop-off location, or you want to find out how you can give anything, you can call me at 757-509-4295. Once again, 757-509-4295.
Absolutely. Look, guys, I'm curious about your businesses. When did you start your businesses, and what make you go into the certain businesses that you've chosen?
Well, me, Eddie Harrison, I started my business 12 years ago. Well, I would say 13 now. 13 years ago. I started off in the flea market in the yellow building that was on Little Creek Road.
Yeah.
And I've been in 3 different malls since then. Been in Greenbrier, been Chesapeake Square, and Military Circle. And then once the pandemic hit, and I'm leaving out of those buildings, and I end up opening up a brick and mortar spot, which is on Military Highway.
Awesome. Yeah. I see you have plenty of businesses too, Mr. Eddie, because you also have the clothing. Tell us a little bit about the headquarters by Fly Girl Boutique. What's that all about?
The headquarters by Fly Girl Boutique, that was birthed off of the things that we already was doing. We was already doing fashion shows. We was already doing pop-up shops. We was already doing different mixes. And then we seen that a lot of other people around us was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we used to go to different buildings, rent them out, and like certain prices was okay, but it was kind of high. So we thought ourselves, right there on 6204 North Military Highway, Northview Avenue, yeah, right there in the Food Line Shopping Center, Brahman Shopping Center. So me and my wife thought of an idea. Hey, let's do an event space where we're gonna make it reasonable for everybody, so that it's affordable and it's clean and it's good looking and it's nice. You know what I'm saying? And it's comfortable for anybody that want to rent it.
Oh,
so yeah,
absolutely. Trayvon, tell us about your business.
Yeah, so I started Cuffy Sanitizing Company 2 years ago, when the COVID hit real hard.
Oh yeah.
And I came with the name Sanitizing because I was in Vegas and the hotels, everything, it didn't say clean, it said sanitize. I like in a yellow light is one on my head, like, I'm gonna come back to Virginia with this. And since then, it took off. It's very successful. We got contracts, and we still taking clients. You can still reach me at 757-509-4295. You need a carpet clean, your house clean, your office clean, anything, daycares, even churches. So y'all pastors out there, y'all want to make sure your people come to your church. They come in a clean, sanitized building to praise the Lord. Call me.
Wow.
I will bless the building for you.
Very good.
And on top of that, I'm a notary.
Yes.
And breaking news, a lot of people don't know this, so I'm like a Jamaican. So I'm 16 years in the military too. So
Really?
yes, I'm in the Navy still. So I operate a company and still have a full-time career. So yes, Black man out here doing beautiful things.
That is marvelous. And Mr. John, you're the barbershop man, Jay-Z Cuts. You've been in it for a minute. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right. Yeah, as I previously said, I've been cutting since I was 13 years old. Licensed when I was 18. Now I'm 49. So it's been 20 some years in the business. I used to, I don't know for you all, used to remember Mr. Blow, J&J Graphics. I used to cut for him. For y'all who know Mr. Riddick and Sheer Magic, I used to cut for him. So just, always between working a regular job and working and cutting hair, the pandemic took me out as well with my normal job. So the day I lost my job, I just automatically went back to cutting hair immediately. And it just evolved. And again, my cousin is always in my life. And he's always saying, well, why don't you just open it up by yourself and just VIP cuts and just make sure you handle everything correctly. And that's what I did. And I've been cutting like that ever since. And God has been blessing. So I can't say I want to go out there in the public and go into a regular barbershop because I love the energy that's in my space.
Oh, wow.
And so I just feel blessed. And like I said, the reason why I do it, of course, real quick, is because during COVID, a lot of elders couldn't get out. A lot of people who were sickly couldn't get out. And I'm also a mobile barber. So if you call me, I'll come to you. Yes. And you can reach me at Instagram. And just look at Jay's Cuts, JAYEZCUTS. That's JAYEZCUTS. And we can talk.
That is absolutely marvelous. We want to shout out some of our friends, Roberta Carter, Matthew Roman, good morning. We have Tracy Porter on. We have Sheila Robbins. You all that are there, make sure you like, share, and we'll shout you out later on in the show. We're going to go back to the event. It's coming up again. Give us the tea on when, where, what time, and what to expect.
Okay, so once again, it's Community Day in the city. It's at Lakewood Park in the beautiful city of Norfolk, August 27th. That's a Saturday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're gonna be out there early setting up. So you want a double cheeseburger, hot dog, a little bit of mustard on it. I come out there. Don't wait to come out there at 6 o'clock. We might be gone. Sometimes us African American people, we're gonna be faster than late. We're gonna be faster than we gone. So I'm telling you, August 27th, Saturday, Lakewood Park. Bring the kids, your nieces, your grandkids. Bring baby kids out there. We got you. Connect to Excel, Black man coming together. I know a lot of times we talk about this all the time. Black man coming together. We're doing it. We're not just talking about it. We're doing it. So we're leading, not talking. Come out there, support us. That's how and we're going to support you.
Absolutely. What can we expect from Connect to Excel? Some other things that are coming up? Are you all in the planning stage? What's going to happen soon after this event?
We definitely got a precise date in November, but definitely in November we have Thanksgiving giveaway. We give away turkeys and also feeding the community too. That's gonna be at the headquarters at Flat Road T, 6204 North Military Highway. And also in December, we always do every year a toy drive, giving back to the community, giving back to the kids. That's our thing, giving back to the kids, giving back to the community, and also bringing us as Black men together in unity, just uplifting each other, connecting to Excel. That's the whole thing. That's the key.
Are you all kind of surprised at the support? I mean, when you first start an organization, you're like, okay, is this going to work? the support of the community. How does it feel?
Oh, it feel great.
That is
It feel great.
marvelous.
It feel good. And it's motivating to all of us. Just to see the response and all the positive energy that we're getting back from what we're doing. So it's a blessing.
I have to ask you all, I know we have a few more minutes, but I want to get back to the barber shop and some of the things, some of the tea that goes on in the barber shop. I mean, men, are you all that vocal? I mean, do you all like women when we go into the salons? I mean, we tell them it all. Is it like that in the barber shop? Give us the environment. What is it like?
Well, first of all, the environment is usually jazz music or whatever you
Ooh.
like. It's a calm, peaceful thing. It's how I create the atmosphere.
Yes.
So that when you come in, you either can jive with that atmosphere or I cut the music off and we can talk. Now, I have to play the James Bond because if I tell you what we talk about, I might have to do something to you. So I can't tell all the men's tea. But what I can share with you is men have a lot to talk about. And we don't get that always from our home. Our spouses don't always want to hear what we got to say because we say what we say and we mean what we say and then we leave it alone. But sometimes it's that next guy that needs to hear what he has to say to help him out. And if somebody asks me a question and I can't give them the answer, again, that's why we connect to Excel. I call my cousin and be like, hey, you ever heard of such and such? Call such and such. But the barbershop has a lot of tea. I just can't pour it for you.
Wow. I understand. Now, do you all see yourself doing any networking or bringing in other members? How is that going to play out with men that are going to hear this and say, hey, I would love to be a part of what you all are doing?
Well, soon to come, everybody knows that football is beginning and we are supposed to, and they will be hearing about it. So the men can come to us and bring your spouses if you like to. But also at the headquarters, we will be having the first NFL game, all the games that day at the headquarters with food galore and fun and networking.
Absolutely.
So if you ever wondered what we do, how we do it, you can come on that first day, that first game. I can't give you the date right second, but it's the first game of the season. Okay. And we will be at the headquarters and you can come rep your jersey, rep your team, husband and wife. We don't care how you come and you can connect with us right there. And we would love people to join. We always need sponsors. We always need people to help during events. So, I mean, come and just organically let it happen. We don't push anything. We want you to organically feel it. If you don't feel it organically, then maybe this is not for you. But most of all, we are here for you, and we just want to come together as guys, men, fellas.
I tell you what, we have 1 minute, last words, and also numbers or websites or social media where we can contact you all.
Okay, you can catch us on Instagram, Connect to Excel. That's spelled CONNECT. The number 2 Excel on Instagram. You can call us at 757-509-4295. You can follow at Lavish Tags, at Jay's Cuts. That's a barbershop. Lavish Tags of clothing. And you can catch the cleaning company at Cuffy Sanitizing Company. Other than that, just follow us. Everything we do is genuine. Like, we actually friends outside this Connect to a Sale. So that's why, like my boy John Davis said, we ain't pushing nothing on nobody. Everything we do is all genuine, 100%. We hang out, we joke, we laugh, we talk about it together. So if you feeling us, you know where to find us at, Connect to Excel.
All right. Thank you, guys, for being on FYI Radio Show, taking your precious time and being with us. I tell you what, you all come over here, social media platforms. We got a lot of tea to serve, upcoming shows and things like that. But again, thank you guys for being on. And we will see you all on Fun Friday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. Our special guest has been none other than Connect to Excel, C2C. Did I get it right? C2C, C2E, C2E. That's Connect to Excel, And for more information, give them a call at area code 757.
509-4295.
And don't forget to go down and see them down at the Lakewood Park in the city of Norfolk, Virginia. Thank you so much to joining us at Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on WGPL 1350 AM. And have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Mr. E, go ahead.
30 minutes, you have. Thank you, June. I know you, man. You from, I've been to, tell your wife I've been to your shop.
Okay.
Right
Like
there
a boutique.
on, yeah.
Brown
Shopping Center,
Yeah.
not too far from Food Line.
Yeah,
I
right.
left my business card in there. Tell them I
Oh, man.
wanted to put some commercials on for you all.
Okay.
So give me a call.
Do you have any more
I have
cards?
at my
Or you
desk.
catch it?
With your card, you see you left the card in there.
Uh-huh.
All right, so
It's,
I'm looking for it
So
on
you
top.
all
Yeah.
hold on a minute. Mr. E's going to be with you.
Yeah.
We're going to take a few pictures in here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you guys, let's just get us a nice picture going. All right.
That's okay.
And if you all want to. And I'll definitely tag you all. You all just give us 1 minute. We're going to be back with you all.
JC had it.
Where's Eddie at?
Yeah, right. Yeah. There you go.
I'm gonna walk about, Mr. E. You talk to our friends. We're gonna be here for another half hour.
You want my
with
card? I
Oh,
get
you got
to ask her to look in my office. I'll get it. I'll call you.
okay.
I want to say thank y'all so much.
You
It's-
welcome, no problem. Yes, sir.
huh?
You welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I want to say thank y'all so much. Y'all been tuning in. Our special guest has been none other than C2E Incorporation. Once again, good morning to Miss Tracy Porter. Thank you so much. Miss Sheila Robson. Thank you so much. Miss Roberta Cotta. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the world. Listen, don't forget there's a lot of things going on around the city that you need to be a part of. I want to let you know that our special guest will be Miss Deborah Harris, Miss Tracy Calabro, Yvonne Frederick, Ronald Spade, and Marla Green will be our special guest. Don't forget to join us as we go up and down on our following social media network. Thank you so much. That's Facebook. Just join us on every social media page. Don't forget that we also have the anti-bullying card, and don't forget them social medias: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just join us on all those social media pages where you can see exactly what we are doing. Don't forget the Ladies Pie. That's right. Don't forget the Ladies Pie, where you can purchase your order right now for all the events that's coming up. Our special guest today has been Trayvon Cuffey, along with the Notary Republic. He's a Notary Republic, Eddie Hampton, and Jay Davis. And so that's our special guest on today.
Very excited about them being in the studio, Mr. E. We haven't had too many folk at all. I think this is our first guest that I can think of during the pandemic, coming back post-pandemic. And hopefully we'll have more in the studio, more folk, more guests. And it would just make a great show to be able to see folks live. Or either zooming them in. I think it's time for us to zoom these folk in as well, Mr. E. People would like to see our guests.
That's right. And so, you have to wait until the pandemic before you can bring anybody in.
Yes.
You have to wait until all this viruses and neuroviruses and monkeypox and all of them has been shut down before we could bring anybody into the studio.
But you know what I noticed, Mr. E? I've noticed there's information given on monkeypox, but I don't see any restrictions like it was with COVID.
They just say, just take your, go get my cards and give it to them. Well, go ahead. They just said take all precautions when it comes to monkeypox. You get the sores, go to the doctor.
Yeah, well, that is definitely the difference between COVID and what we're dealing with the monkeypox. Like I said, they're giving information how it can be spread and just, general information. I know one thing: when we first discovered the COVID, hand sanitizers, people were running to the store for tissue, paper towels, and things like that. They were running out of so many items. People had to wait. It was just a whole different world. Like I said, with this one, people are more like, okay, I want to make sure I'm informed. I want to be aware, but I haven't heard of any restrictions. I've heard of a vaccination, but I've also, haven't seen anything like, okay, we're going to go in the stores and we're going to turn it out because we're going to need this for this particular outbreak.
Right. That's it. That's what it's all about. Make sure you cover yourself, clean yourself, hands and everything when it comes to the viruses whatsoever. You're right. I haven't seen the stores go crazy by selling a lot of toilet paper and hand sanitizers. So it'd be just like the flu. It's just like the flu. You have those symptoms, but hey, just cover yourself.
Absolutely. Want to say thank you again to Connect to Excel, Trayvon Cuffey, Eddie Harrison, and John Davis. Thank you for what you all are doing in community, for your event, and the things that you're doing for men. This segment right here is so fitting. What men are talking about and what they're thinking of. Like I was asking, the environment of the barbershop, and they say you set that tone, said it's very positive, and there are some things that they share that, hey, you're not going to find out about, ladies, because it's things that they go through specifically. And I think that is absolutely okay. Then they're extending it beyond their businesses to the community to make sure kids and families get what they need. I think it's absolutely a wonderful, wonderful mission. So thank you so much again. Thank you for being on FYI Radio Show. So we also have some upcoming shows. Mr. E, who's going to be on?
Coming up on our show, we got Miss Deborah Harrison will be with us. Miss Tracy Colombo will be there. Miss Yvonne Frederick will be our special guest. Mr. Ronald Spade, Miss Mala Green also will be our special guest. So these are guests coming up.
Okay, so we have Mylara Green. We'll give you all when she's coming on. I believe it's next month. We have Teresa Kalongo. She is going to talk about autism, something that we haven't had on the show, and we can't wait for that information to come. She has an organization and on autism, and she is just more than willing and able to help explain what it is. She has a child that has autism, but she decided that she would spread out the information and the need for more things to be said about this particular organization and what do you call it? And I don't know if you call it a disease. Do you call it a condition? Let's call it a condition. And we'll find out from her exactly what we need to call it.
That's right. So just get ready for Miss Colombo, Miss Teresa Colombo, as she
Colongo.
Mr.
Colongo.
I got it.
Colongo.
B-O.
Teresa Colongo.
It's a G-O.
Yes,
so
Colongo.
Don't forget that to tune in as we spread the news about mental health.
Yeah. Is it mental health?
Yeah. Mental illness.
I tell you what, we'll find out what it is from her, because I'm not sure if people really that have not experienced autism, they know what it is. So I don't want to, put a label on it yet until we talk to her and find out exactly what it is. Let's also mention that we need you all to follow us. Please follow us, and please go on our pages and sign the anti-bullying petition. Now, we're stuck. It seems like we are stuck on number 38. We need to get to 100. And so please tell your friends, your family. It's our community against bullying, a call to action now. You can actually go to change.org. You can go to change.org and look up our community against bullying, a call to action now. Or you can go to our pages, Edward Everett Person page, mine, FYI Radio Shows page. You'll see it up there. Even on LinkedIn, it's there. Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now.
That's right.
Help us to get 100 signatures so we can allow change.org to spread it on the bigger platform. I'm not sure if many people see it. If they see it, they're just liking it. Don't just like it, but click on it and go and sign the petition, please. We're asking you. We're going to keep asking you, because guess what? I'm going to get 100 signatures. I promise you. I'm going to keep working at it until we get it. I don't care if it takes 100 years. I'm going to get 100 signatures. And so we're just asking you all to let your friends know. Go to either change.org, Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now, or my page, Yolanda Hinton's page, Edward Everett's page, LinkedIn, Yolanda Hinton. You can also go to FYI Radio Show's page, and you can sign the petition. Now, if you need an email, you can drop that in my inbox, and I will email you to put the petition. But we need your help. We're stuck, that I know of, Mr. E, at 38, and we need to get to 100 signatures.
I was trying to figure it out just a few minutes ago, going on there to see how many people I
can do it right now.
Has looked at the box, to inboxes, to let us know how many people has already signed the petition, to give us an update on what's going on, because the last count that we got was 38 people. And today we went up to almost, we're about at 38, still at 38 people. It's like we're saying, don't just go by there and like the dog and the bullying up there. Go by and open it up and sign the petition. Just go back. We're pleading with you because bullying is right underneath your nose. You'd be surprised of what happens when it comes to people being bullied. They become mental illness, suicidal, and things of that nature. You'd be surprised what they're going through. They don't want to finish school. Some of them don't even want to come out their bedrooms, and some of them don't even want to do nothing with cyberbullying. It's just like somebody, that one person that's supposed to have been a leader, go back and tell everybody that you did something wrong, so everybody don't like you now. And so since everybody don't like you now, the whole pack is against you, but it affects your mind. It affects you even coming out of the box, it's just like, if you're not up to date on things, you feel out of character, you feel out of place because you're not aware, and they look at you and laugh at you and talk about you. So that's what bullying is all about. It's a major player in society. Old folks can be bullied, young folks can be bullied, and it's right there underneath your nose. That's bullying everywhere.
Yes, if you want to find out more about the anti-bullying movement, Crystal Community Development program and project, just actually come and join us on Mondays at 7:00 p.m. We talk about bullying, what it is, what things we're doing to help the community. We're asking that you save the date, October the 15th, for the anti-bullying rally that's going to be in Chesapeake, Virginia. Also, we want you to buy the book for the family, for the children. Bullying is right underneath your nose. You're going to see the link, the ads for the English and the Spanish is coming up real soon. I've posted some, but you're going to see some ads that's going to be coming through social media. And we want you all to make sure you get that book. Bullying is a problem, and we explain that on our Monday shows, how bad it is. And we're going to continue to talk about it. And we need to make sure we're arming our kids with tools that's going to help them to beat and eradicate this thing in their lives. We want help for the bully. We want help for the victim. And so we want help from the community. You hear Trayvon and them talking about support. We want to make sure we're getting support from you all. Don't just let that link pass you by. Don't let that event pass you by, or the books. There is bullying right underneath your nose. Where there's children and where there's people, there's bullying. And so we want to make sure you all keep in mind some of the things that we're doing. Save the date, October the 15th. Sign the petition. Our Community Against Bullying, a call for action now. The book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose by Yolanda Hinton. We need your support. Also, the ladies' pies for your special event and special occasion. You're going to see our launch as we get closer to the holidays for the ladies' pie, and also the launch of our anti-bullying rally that's coming October the 15th. The book is out there already. Just Google it. You can download it. You can get a hard copy. It's everywhere. You can get that book. Also, if you all are looking for somebody to host your special event, special occasion, we're here for that too.
That's right. I want to say good morning to Mr. Brian Fuller. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. You are the best, and I hope that Tabernacle or the rest of the boys are okay.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, Brian, you got to come back because you need to serve some more tea, especially when the season really gets started. You're doing the preseason reports and things like that, but we want to know when it gets down to the grind, what these players are doing, how these teams are faring, and all that goes with the NFL season. We are looking forward to that. So, Mr. E, we've done our upcoming shows. Don't forget, we have some great folk coming on. This Friday, we may have a young lady that's going to be serving some tea now. We got to serve some tea on for Friday. Also, it is What's in Your Closet. I'm very impressed today with the young man who's talking about what's under the hat with men. I mean, men are on the move, on the ball. And I love it because men want you to see them whole. They don't want you to see them, oh, they ain't this, and men, that thing, sometimes that's in the atmosphere. Oh, a man ain't this and a man can't do that. He ain't. And then you have the media who always wants to perpetrate that a man ain't this and a black man is not that. I'm so glad for men standing up for themselves, for each other, and showing how productive and how they can be kind, they can be sensitive, family oriented, or hardworking. And we really, really need that. And so beside, their What's Under the Hat, we're going to be talking about women's issues. We're going to be serving that tea on Friday, and we're just going to give you a perspective of what well-roundedness is in the lives of men and women.
When you talk about the men, Ms. Hinton, you got to realize that folks have to understand that men has feelings and they don't want to be behind the 8 ball also. They have feelings just like everybody else. If you don't give them the information or you don't listen to what they're trying to say and you wonder why they're like they are, is because one, you're not aware that they have feelings, that women not aware that they have feelings just like men.
Well, they're not aware. They got to get together and connect to find out, hey, wait a minute, I'm suffering just like you are, or I think like you think, just like they said here. It's like, yes, we're like-minded. Oh, we didn't know that unless we talk to one another.
Well, see, and you can talk to one another, but there must be a time where when you talking to each other. That's why men has a tendency of keeping their mouth closed. Yeah. They don't say nothing. They just shut down because one, they get anxiety can get in, and there's a slogan that goes around says a closed mouth brings great prosperity.
Well, I tell you what, open your mouth, let us know what you feel, what you think, let each other know.
They should be knowing that when they do that, they should know about that.
What does that mean, Mr. E?
They should know what they've done and how they've done it and why they're like that.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay.
So are you saying that men should...
You say that men should verbalize,
yeah, to one another,
and let everybody know. Well, the women know exactly what caused that. They know they are not. You got to remember, all men may be shutting down because they can't talk to you or talk to women or talk to their spouse. One, because when they voice their opinion, if their voice goes high, you think they're creating an argument, but they're only talking. They're only trying to clear the air, to bring awareness that, something that you may have done or you have said that, causes them to have a problem.
Whatever men are doing that makes them nonverbal, I think that's something that they definitely have to deal with. And if they're like that, I mean, if now all men are not nonverbal, let's get this straight, and all men are not pointing to a woman saying it's your fault. But I'm saying if there have been stereotypes against men, which it has, they've been all kind of things against men, which they have, especially our Black men. I really believe that them being more vocal and connecting with one another, standing strong, is definitely the key to them, showing us who they are. And not just women, just showing everybody in general. We're not gonna make it just a man-woman thing. It's a thing of men being able to communicate with others, with other people. With even children. You have some children that say, "Hey, you don't communicate well." There's a young lady whose dad is on the Housewives, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she said the only way you communicate with me is like, "Oh, we doing business. You don't have no emotions. You don't have nothing else going on for you as a daddy. We need to change that." And so that's what I mean. A man is not just in a fix or a tizzy because of a woman. I'm talking about in general. Making sure that a man is seen and able to communicate all the way around so he can be the best. I was having a conversation with someone, and their business partner, business manager, was saying, make sure you're communicating to professional people on a professional basis. Make sure you're talking the language and things like that. So it's not just men figuring out bucking and having beef with someone. It's in general things that they need and things that they have to do and how they need to intertwine and connect with those that are around them, whether it's male, female, children, or whatever. We just thank God that we see. We can see men in a real good light.
And that's what it's all about, looking at a man men in good light. That's why that men are like they are, because they want to be seen in a good light and not being not seen.
Modell said they don't know how to express themselves. She said, I have a son like that. They don't talk about nothing, just say nothing. And sometimes they are very quiet. They are like inwardly, they talking to themselves inwardly, but there are some things that go on that may not make them as expressive as they should be. And also the young man mentioned coming up in the era of men are not supposed to cry. And he's saying, look, that's out the window. So the thing about it is men are just like anybody else now, just standing up for who they are. And I think it's a marvelous and wonderful thing.
And then when men get to standing up for who they are, sometimes they can be looked at as being in the wrong vein.
What does that mean?
When they talking or standing for what they are, expressing themselves, it doesn't make sense to doesn't make sense to a woman, because they say they all just rambling, ain't saying nothing. So that's why men don't talk.
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm glad that there are men that are catching on. Ladies, we have to create the environment. If men say that they are not able to speak and express, let's help them. How can we help them? We'll find out from them how we can help them, because we may have an idea of what it would take. We may think it's going to be a nag, and the more nag comes, maybe they'll they shut down more and more. But if we find out from them as they express themselves, we'll know better how to handle a quiet man, or a man that's talkative, or a man that, shares in a certain way. The young man said that, hey, sometimes we can't talk to you anyway. And so that's okay too, because, you may find it where you need to talk to someone that really understands. And, a woman can, you know, tell a man something, but a man is the one that identifies what he's going through and how he feels like he can be helped.
I know. I feel that even with the conversation of a person, that they go to the person and talk to, they go and talk to them, but they should never had to go outside and talk to somebody else. They ought to be able to have a great understanding, and that someone would know that they have feelings just like they do. They should never have to go outside and dialogue with another person or try to understand, when they should be able to sit there and whatever way it comes out, where they should be understandable, not being to the point where they got to have a smart tongue or smart lip and say little stuff that irritates you like it's nothing, and wait until the last moment when they are not aware of things that are going on. So when that happens, men don't need to go outside. They need to verbally talk to someone while they got the person in front of them.
Well, the wonderful thing about it, we have our Wednesday What's Under the Hat. Men are really expressing themselves, what they feel, what they go through. We're going to have more of that we're going to talk to men, and we're going to really get down to the gist of what they feel about certain subjects, what they're going through, and how they act and why they act the way they act.
I think sometimes people just don't understand all men are not alike.
That's right.
That you got to learn that one person, and look at that one person. If you know that person, if you don't know that person, then it's going to be hard for that person to really say how he feels to anybody. If you don't know him.
Well, let's hope that people as a whole start communicating and start coming together and understanding one another. I think it's a good thing when we can talk with one another, when we can have those nice conversations, when we can stop and listen and say, okay, we know how people are. And the thing about it, we're not going to go along with everything now. Because everything I'm talking about with people in general, we're not going to go along with everything, what everybody says, but we will, we need to give people a chance to at least speak. You can speak.
Thank you.
And we can, sometimes build an understanding. But anyway, it is almost time to go. Let's see. Mr. E's going to tell you how to be a special guest, sponsor, or intern with FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest with FYI or intern, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or inbox us at FYI Radio Show, Miss Yolanda, the lady Hinton's Facebook page, or Edward Everett's Facebook page, or you can go to FYI Live Radio Show at gmail.com.
Radio Show Live.
FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com. We're going to have that strolling down at the bottom for our next Radio Show Live at gmail.com.
Yeah, so you all be blessed. Have a wonderful day. We're going to see you all back here on Fun Friday, and we're going to be serving that tea. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you then.
2 up, 2 down. VA.